If you're wanting to look at your own group's portal, so you're an officer in someone's portal, so we'll just say College of Education, because I think most of you all here are in the College of Education. If you're listed as an officer in a group, it should show up right here. Mine says last seen, but I think it says like my groups or something right here. And then when you click into it, it's going to take you to the dashboard view. So if you're an officer, it's going to take you to this view. And if you're not an officer, it will just take you to the group page and it will kind of show you this information. So it'll show you any events that have happened, the members of the group, the profile picture, what type of group it is, social media links, those types of things. But in the dashboard is going to be where you manage anything on the back end. And so if you need to add officers into your portal so that more people have access to this back end dashboard, that would be you'd scroll down and so you see this brown officers tile and it will take you to this officers page. And to add an officer, basically on any of the pages on Triton Connect on the back end of your portal, if you need to add something, there's going to be a button that's the same coordinating color as the tile was back on the dashboard that says to add member, add officer, create event, create email, those types of things. So add an officer, you would just click this add officer button, and then you would start typing in a name. So for instance, I see Madeline's in here. If I wanted to add her in, I would just click her name and I can choose to notify her or not. And then I would just click this add button. And then she would pop up down here and you can kind of select if they have a specific position. So a lot of times for the campus departments, I've gone in and created a custom position and then typed in whatever the position for that person is listed on the website. You don't have to do that if it's not, you don't think it's necessary for people looking at your page to know who's what position in the office, but it's helpful for some. If someone's already listed as an officer and you need to remove them as an officer, you would just uncheck this active officer button right here. You can control who shows up as the main point of contact on your page by just clicking or unchecking this box. And then you can choose if that officer is visible publicly on the website in the group page. So let's say, for instance, Dorian, who's our director, he wants to have all this back-end access, but he doesn't want it to show up that he's an officer in the student involvement portal because he doesn't want people to contact him asking student involvement questions. He wants them to contact Mindy. So we could uncheck this visible publicly box for him. If you have a lot of officers in your portal and each of them need to kind of do a different thing. So one of the main examples we use with departments particularly is, so you have a student worker that works at your guys' front desk and you need them to be able to add events for you. You need them to be able to add new members. So maybe you have a little sign up sheet out at one of your events and they put students that want to become a part of the portal, put their name and email down, and you need that student to be able to do that for you and add them as members. On this officers page, there's this permission button right next to the add officers button. When you click into that, it takes you to this screen and you can edit anyone's access. So in that example, that I just gave, they just need to be able to manage members. So we're gonna uncheck send them emails, we're gonna uncheck create events, and we're going to uncheck everything except for manage members, probably. Maybe you want them to be able to create events. You would leave create events and manage events checked. But you can go through and uncheck and recheck any of these boxes for any of the officers in your portal to kind of manage who can do what in there and make sure that things can get done without maybe someone having too much access that you may not want them to have, particularly when we're thinking of student workers for our office.